Welcome back to my WWE 12 universe, and what we've got for you roundabout now to kick off this episode is The Miz taking on Owen Hart in a one-on-one match for the next spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank. The Miz has been on a bit of an indifferent run as of late. I remember him losing to Booker T on a Raw Super Show, and since then not really featuring on Monday Night Raw. And of course we saw Owen Hart for the first time last week in tag team action alongside his brother Brett, but this is going to be the first time that he will go one-on-one on Monday Night Raw. And I think we're going to be in for a treat of a match with these two performers, and as stated, the winner of this match will be the second Raw participant in the Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank. The first Raw participant was decided just last week with Jacob Cass defeating Triple H one-on-one in the Money in the Bank qualifier. And on SmackDown you also had Hayabusa defeating Yoshitatsu in the Money in the Bank qualifier. So we've already got Jacob Cass and Hayabusa both going to Money in the Bank for the Money in the Bank ladder match. But getting down into this one, The Miz seems to have got a brand new vicious streak, which is what we like to see. The Miz is going to need to be aggressive, especially in the Money in the Bank qualifier, if he's going to walk away with the Money in the Bank briefcase and that prestigious contract for a title shot at any title in the WWE, although it's mostly used for the World Heavyweight and WWE Championships at any time against the champion of his choosing. So he could face Triple H or whoever is the World Heavyweight Champion, or he could face Michael McGillicuddy or whoever is the WWE Champion. It would be totally up to the winner's choice. And as we see, we have Owen Hart and The Miz facing each other tonight. And one of the reasons for me putting this match together as a Money in the Bank qualifying match is because, I really enjoyed both performers. In my opinion, Owen Hart is one of the most underrated, underappreciated WWE performers of all time. Arguably should be in the Hall of Fame for his contributions to the industry. I think you'd probably classify him as someone very, very similar to Arn Anderson. Yes, he had his own successes, but truthfully, what he did was more about helping other guys get over. And he did that in spades. Very, very talented worker. And what I would argue is, without their match, without his match with Stone Cold Steve Austin, would Stone Cold Steve Austin have been anywhere near as big? Probably not. And Owen Hart was a guy that could make a lot of guys look good. And I think right now in WWE, The Miz is a guy who has been underused. I think there was a lot of poor booking in the feud between The Miz and R-Truth. Miz going for the pin here. And he deserves to be back in the WWE title picture. So I'm glad that they've put him in the Elimination Chamber match, because I think his downward spiral in terms of falling out of the WWE Championship picture was just too quick. For me, it was too quick. He did really well to get there. I believe his rise to the top was, it wasn't as good as it could be, but for what it was still very good. And he needs to be in and around the title. If he's doing anything else, it's a bit of a waste of time. And I'm not saying that his feud with R-Truth is a waste, because it's not. I don't believe that. I just think that could have been so much better, and that could have been used to propel him right back into the WWE title scene. So again, and there you see The Miz picking up the victory here. The Miz defeating Owen Hart. The Miz is going to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank. But going back to my point, The Miz deserves to be in the WWE title picture in real life at the moment. He's a guy that should be in and around that picture. at all times since making his way up. You know, guys like Kane, guys like John Cena, they don't need it. They're bigger than the WWE title right now. And truthfully, you know, what you want is for those guys, you know, to step aside. Let guys like the Miz be the focal point. You know, and if those guys are to be involved, what they're supposed to be there for is to help other guys get over, for no other reason. But our other match tonight is a rematch between Triple H and Jacob Cass. Triple H demanded a rematch against Jacob Cass. You know, he was embarrassed by the loss to Jacob Cass, even though Jacob Cass will be going to Money in the Bank. And, you know, you can bet your life that Triple H will be out to make a statement and to get revenge against Jacob Cass in this one, as he was really embarrassed by the upstart coming in and defeating him, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So here we go with Triple H and Jacob Cass. You have to wonder, will Alberto Del Rio have a part to play in this one, as last week Alberto Del Rio came out and attacked Triple H during the match. And just thinking about it in terms of, wow, what a DDT that was. Thinking about it in terms of the logic in this game, right? You can run in on certain matches, certain one-on-one matches, and interfere, right? And if you run in and you're in the ring long enough, I think like most of the time has to run out and you have to attack both guys. But if you come in and attack both guys, right, you have the match thrown out. And you know, but if somebody comes in universe mode during a cutscene and attack you, you know, the match continues. And I'm just like, I'm a little bit confused, because I figured that both of those would be the same thing. And the difference with universe mode cutscenes is that, you know, they're not set up by a ref bump, you know, which the run-ins are, which is why the run-ins are so slightly different. You know, the referee's there, he's fully aware, he's compos mentis, so why the referee doesn't disqualify anybody for coming in a match that isn't a no DQ match and attacking anyone is beyond me. So maybe that's something for WWE 13. It's just a thought that I figured I'd throw out there, because I had thought about it and I was thinking, well, hang on a minute, you run in during the interfere feature, you know, and if you take both guys out, the match gets thrown out. It's a doubles qualification or whatever it is technically, you know, and that's it, the match is over. But if somebody wants to run in during universe mode in a cutscene and attack somebody, that match continues. And I just think, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think, you know, one of the other things that they could use in conjunction with that as a cutscene is the cutscene that they use, where they say that the match has been ordered to continue. For example, I think if you had the two of those together, you could kind of overcome that. You know, with the referee initially throwing it out, and then there's a message that says, no, you know, we've just been informed by WWE board of directors or the general manager or whoever that, you know, the match has been ordered to continue. I think that works, as opposed to, you know, when the interference is run in universe mode via a cutscene, nothing happens. But there's a big time spine buster, double A spine buster on the floor by Triple H, and, you know, this one looks to be pretty much academic here. Yep, there's the wake up torn. Triple H is getting ready for it. There's the double underhook and pedigree. Triple H hits the pedigree. Is he going to go for the pin? And he hooks the leg. This one's academic. 1, 2, 3. Triple H avenges his loss against Jacob Cass last week with an emphatic victory this week. Triple H, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, is your winner here against Jacob Cass on Monday Night Raw. A really entertaining match with Triple H. You know, as I say, he asked for this rematch. It was only going to be after one thing, and there you see the game of games, the Game of Thrones, the King of Kings, the Cerebral Assassin, the Blue Blood, Triple H. And what's happening now? Triple H celebrating in the ring, but here comes David Otunga, who holds Triple H, and there's Alberto Del Rio and they lay waste to Triple H. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and join me on SmackDown.